Modern life moves at a fast pace, everything constantly racing against time. People are seeking a space that's calm, where personal and family life can feel lighter instead of constantly being swept up in the noise of daily life. I used to be the same way. I neglected organization, letting things pile up, and as a result, my mind was always overloaded. But I realized that change doesn't have to be a huge overhaul. Small, simple changes can make a big difference. In this video, I'll share 10 simple yet highly effective tips to help you organize your life in a way that feels lighter without the overwhelm. The first method is to try applying time blocking. Time blocking is a simple way to bring order back to a day that easily gets pulled apart by too many small tasks. Instead of letting time slip by in constant reaction mode, you intentionally divide your day into clear blocks, each one dedicated to a specific activity. Mornings might be reserved for deep focused work, midday for emails, and a separate window for rest. When every block has a purpose, you no longer have to keep deciding what to do next. When you first start using time blocking, the most noticeable change isn't just productivity, it's the feeling of being less pulled in every direction. There's no more half-working while mentally juggling other tasks than returning to your work already drained. Each block invites you to stay with one thing at a time, and that kind of focus makes work feel lighter instead of heavier. Time blocking also softens the habit of multitasking, which often keeps the mind in a constant state of tension. When you know every task already has its own place in the day, there's less urgency and less worry about missing something. Being fully present in each block creates a rhythm that feels slower yet more steady. You can start simply by dividing your day into 2 to 3 hour blocks for the work that matters most, then adjusting as you go to fit your own pace. There's no need to plan the entire day at once, just enough structure to know where you are in the flow of time. A basic notebook or a digital calendar is more than enough. Over time, time blocking creates a gentle sense of control. The day stops feeling like an endless list of things to chase and starts to feel like a series of moments with clear beginnings and endings. When time is arranged with care, the mind finally has room to breathe. And once your time begins to feel lighter, it often becomes easier to notice where the rest of your life could be simplified to. In the next video, we'll talk about an easy, approachable way to step into a more minimalist lifestyle, one that feels realistic and supportive as you begin 2026. If that sounds like something you need right now, I'd love for you to watch along. Next, don't overlook setting deadlines for everything to avoid procrastination. Many tasks don't drain us because they're difficult, but because they stay unfinished in our minds all day. An email not yet answered, a small area not yet tidied, something you keep thinking I'll do later. That lack of closure keeps mental tension quietly running in the background. Setting a deadline, even for the smallest task, gives your mind a clear signal. This has an ending. At first, deadlines may feel necessary only for big projects. In reality, it's the small, lingering tasks that slowly consume time and energy. When you limit email replies to 30 minutes or set 15 minutes to tidy one area, the task naturally stays contained. It no longer expands to fill the day, and it no longer follows you around mentally. Deadlines aren't meant to pressure you. They're meant to create boundaries. With a clear endpoint, you don't have to keep carrying the task in your head outside the time you've chosen for it. Small tasks get finished cleanly without spilling into everything else, and the habit of procrastination begins to soften. You can support this with very simple tools, a phone alarm, a short reminder, or even just writing down the time you'll stop. The goal isn't speed, it's working within a limit you've intentionally set. When every task has a deadline, the day feels less scattered. There's a noticeable sense of relief, not because you're doing more, but because fewer things are left hanging in your mind. One quiet habit that can change how your workday feels is keeping social media out of your focus hours. The issue isn't just the time it takes, but how it fragments your attention into too many directions at once. Even a brief scroll leaves part of your mind somewhere else, as if your thoughts never fully come back to the task in front of you. That constant splitting makes work feel heavier than it actually is. I used to treat social media as a mental break, opening an app whenever I felt tired, bored, or slightly stuck. What I didn't notice at first was the cost afterward. My thinking felt noisier, and restarting a task required more effort than before. Once I stopped checking feeds during work blocks, my energy stopped dipping so sharply. Tasks didn't feel easier, but they felt more straightforward without the extra resistance. Protecting your focus doesn't require extreme rules or willpower. Turning off notifications during work hours, placing your phone out of reach, or using a temporary app blocker is often enough. These small boundaries create a sense of mental closure, so your attention isn't constantly half waiting for the next interruption. When social media stays out of your work rhythm, focus becomes quieter and more stable. You move through tasks with fewer internal restarts and less mental drag. The work itself doesn't change, but it feels lighter, calmer, and easier to finish from beginning to end. Next, try using the batching method to boost your productivity. Batching means grouping similar tasks together and completing them in a dedicated time block, instead of constantly switching between different types of work. The benefit isn't just efficiency, it's reducing the mental friction that comes from repeatedly shifting your attention. When your brain stays in one mode longer, work feels smoother, more continuous, and less rushed. In the past, I often moved between emails, phone calls, and small chores without any clear structure. That constant switching didn't just slow me down, it created a low-level mental noise that followed me through the day. I rarely felt finished with anything, only paused. Once I started batching similar activities together, the day felt calmer and more contained. I wasn't doing more at once. I was doing things with less internal resistance and fewer mental restarts. To get started, group small manageable tasks and give them a clear window of time. For example, set aside one block in the afternoon to handle all phone calls instead of responding to them throughout the day. You can do the same with emails, admin work, or household chores. This creates a sense of containment so tasks stop bleeding into each other and taking up more mental space than they need. Batching isn't about squeezing more into your schedule. It's about letting your attention stay in one place long enough to feel steady and settled. When tasks are grouped, your day feels less fragmented. Decisions come more easily, and your energy lasts longer without feeling drained. One simple but powerful habit that can transform your daily routine is writing everything down. Instead of trying to keep everything floating around in your mind, write it down. This simple act of jotting down tasks, ideas, and thoughts frees up mental space and prevents your mind from becoming cluttered with things to remember. At one point, I believed I could remember everything without needing to write it down. I tried to keep track of all my tasks, appointments, and ideas in my head, thinking I could handle it all. Over time, though, this approach became stressful as I often forgot important details or felt overwhelmed by the constant mental juggling. Once I started writing everything down, a huge weight was lifted off my shoulders. Tasks became much easier to manage, and I felt more in control of my day. Using tools like Evernote, Google Keep, or even a simple notebook can help you keep track of everything you need to remember. You can write down your daily to-dos, ideas for future projects, or even random thoughts that come to mind. The key is not to wait until you're overwhelmed to start writing. Make it a habit to jot things down as soon as they pop into your head, and you'll notice a significant improvement in your ability to stay organized. Writing things down reduces stress and helps you create a more effective organizational system. When you know that everything is written down, and you won't forget it. You can relax and focus on what's truly important. This simple habit will give you peace of mind and make your tasks and responsibilities more manageable. An effective strategy for maintaining a well-organized living space is dividing it into specific areas for different activities, such as a work area, a relaxation area, and a dining area. By clearly separating your space based on its function, you can reduce clutter and enhance focus, making it easier to switch between tasks and maintain a sense of order throughout your home. When each space serves a distinct purpose, it helps to mentally and physically prepare for different types of activities. I used to work all over the house on my bed, at the dining table, or even on the couch. This habit led to constant distractions, and it was difficult to focus for long periods of time. Whether I was answering emails, reading, or doing other tasks, I was constantly shifting locations, making it hard to be productive. However, when I decided to clearly define each area in my home, designating a specific desk for work, a comfortable chair for relaxation, and a separate space for dining, the environment became more conducive to focusing. I could sit at my desk and dive into work, knowing that once the task was finished, I could transition smoothly into my relaxation area. Setting up a dedicated workspace in a quiet corner where you won't be interrupted by other activities is a great way to foster productivity. Similarly, creating a cozy relaxation spot with a comfy chair or a small reading nook encourages a mental shift from work to rest. This division not only helps maintain order, but also enables your body and mind to more naturally move between different activities, ensuring that you're fully present in whatever you're doing. By separating these zones, you'll find it easier to stay organized, productive, and relaxed throughout your day. The next important step is organizing your entryway so that you can easily grab essential items when heading out, such as your keys, wallet, and coat. The entryway is often the first place you interact with when you leave the house, and having a neat, organized space here can make a huge difference in how smoothly your day starts. When everything is in its place, you won't have to scramble to find things in the last minute, reducing stress and making your routine more efficient. Before I organized my entryway, I would often find myself searching for my keys or wallet just before leaving. It was a frustrating habit, running around in circles trying to find the essentials I needed for the day. I realized that if I had a designated spot for each item, I could save time and avoid that rush. That's when I started setting up a small shelf for my coats, a bowl for my keys, and a box for my wallet and other essentials. From that moment, leaving the house became much simpler. By creating a designated area near the door for storing these items, I eliminated the need to waste time searching for them. Now, whenever I leave, everything is exactly where it should be. It's become a routine that saves me time and energy. Not only does it reduce stress in the mornings, but it also makes it easier to keep track of important items without the chaos of rushing. An organized entryway is more than just about aesthetics, it's about efficiency. When everything is easy to access and in one place, your morning routine becomes smoother and less hectic, leaving you with more time to focus on what truly matters. Next, try using a loud timer for your washing machine. Laundry isn't difficult, but remembering to come back at the right moment quietly takes up mental space. When your attention drifts to other things, the machine keeps running in the background of your mind, waiting to be checked. A loud timer removes that silent monitoring and lets you move through your day without holding laundry in your head. Before I used a timer, I often left clothes sitting too long, not because I forgot completely, but because I kept telling myself I'd come back in a minute. That constant half-remembering made the task feel heavier than it needed to be. Once I started using a clear alarm, laundry stopped interrupting my thoughts. I could focus on other things, knowing I'd be called back exactly when needed. A loud timer or a simple phone alarm turns laundry into a closed loop instead of an open one. You don't have to check, guess, or keep time in your head. The task ends cleanly without friction. Over time, these small systems create a quieter day. Nothing dramatic changes, but your attention is no longer scattered across unfinished reminders. Even chores begin to feel lighter when your mind isn't responsible for holding on to them. Another helpful step is discovering your color palette. When you understand which colors suit you best, shopping for clothing and organizing your living space becomes much more efficient. You avoid purchasing items that don't align with your style, which saves both time and money. Instead of spending money on clothes or decor that you'll never use, you can focus on the pieces that truly fit your aesthetic and preferences. I used to buy items that I thought I liked, but after a few weeks I realized they didn't quite match my personal style. Whether it was clothes that didn't flatter my complexion or home decor that clashed with my existing furniture, I found myself with items I rarely used. After learning about my color palette, choosing clothes and home accessories became much simpler. Knowing which shades complement my skin tone and the overall vibe of my living space made it easier to make decisions without second-guessing myself. By understanding your color palette, you're not only making shopping more streamlined, but you're also creating a cohesive living environment. You'll be able to select items that naturally fit together, creating a more organized and visually appealing space. For example, if you know your color palette consists of cool tones like blues, greens, and grays, you can confidently select clothing and home decor that aligns with this scheme. This approach leads to fewer impulse buys and a more harmonious look in both your wardrobe and your home. Ultimately, understanding your color palette removes the guesswork from shopping and helps you create a more personalized, organized environment that reflects your true style. It's a simple yet effective way to save time, money, and energy while achieving a cohesive look. Finally, a simple but highly effective habit is keeping things in their proper place after use. One of the main reasons spaces become cluttered is because items are left lying around and not returned to their designated spots. This habit of leaving things scattered not only creates a messy environment, but also wastes valuable time when you need to find something. When everything is in its place, your space remains organized and you can easily grab whatever you need without searching through piles of stuff. I used to leave things all around the house, thinking I'd get to putting them away later. But later never came, and I would waste time searching for my keys, phone books, or work tools. It became a frustrating cycle that made my environment feel chaotic and disorganized. However, once I started practicing the habit of immediately returning items to their proper place, everything changed. My space stayed much tidier, and I stopped wasting time looking for things. Keys went in the key bowl, my phone in the charging station, books on the bookshelf, and work tools in their drawer. This simple habit saved me both time and stress. The key to this habit is consistency. Creating designated spots for everything in your home makes it easier to keep track of things and prevents clutter from building up. Over time, you won't even have to think about it. You'll automatically return things to their place out of habit. By consistently doing this, your home will remain organized, and you'll find that you spend less time cleaning up and more time enjoying your space. This habit isn't just about tidiness, it's about efficiency and peace of mind. Once you start implementing these tips, you'll feel everything becoming more manageable and organized. By breaking tasks down, setting deadlines, or simply staying away from social media while working, you'll notice less stress and more focus. You don't have to try all of them at once. Just pick one tip and give it a go. For me, time blocking has made a huge difference in how I approach my day. I highly recommend trying one tip and seeing how it feels to have a clearer plan for your day. And don't forget, in the next video, I'll be sharing minimalism rules to start 2026 feeling lighter and less stressed. Stay tuned. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe for more practical tips in the future. And thanks for watching.